But in the nutshell, what they are doing is their own dysfunction is also calling for this person to be part of their lives. That's why when the people we attract sometimes resemble the abuse that we had been through.
Yeah, I actually wanted to ask you that, like, we tend to attract partners that have something to do with the trauma that we have. If you have a trauma, like, let's say if you have a fear of abandonment, right, you will maybe attract people that are emotionally distant.
Yes, because you don't want to show them that you really need them. You're trying to hide away from what is inside you.
Right.
But that's what gives you away to that person.
Right.
Why? Because you need something they will do to calm themselves down. And CBT works well with that. Meditation works well with that.
CBT?
Cognitive behavioral therapy.
Okay.
Works well with that. So you give them these as a foundation treatment.
Okay.
Before you go in the actual trauma. So remember, trauma always causes a lot of thought distortion. And this thought distortion is what we want to address, because some people believe, they were told to say, you were raped because we are coming late, it's your fault. So because you were told that, of course there will be some level of you agreeing to that.
Self-blame.
And self-blame. So in short, you feel like you deserved what happened.
Okay.
So if you have to heal, you cannot heal blaming yourself. You have to get the facts straight about what happened, and that's where now the healing starts.
Okay.
Because now you start making a person believe something else they have not believed
before.
Okay. So trauma shows up in your cognitive, the way you think.
Okay.
Sometimes people who have been traumatized tend to have racing thoughts. They'll be thinking about anything and everything.
Okay.
They're impulsive. So in cognitive, you have all those impulsive things. And then in your brain development, if it's a child, they tend to have a smaller brain.
Okay.
Yeah, and learning disabilities.
Does that mean they'll have a smaller head as well?
I don't know about that. But when we say use it or lose it basis, it's like the way the neurons grow in your brain. If I learn something, like today I've learned about this light, so my brain has grown.
Right.
Okay.
Like,
so
literally, physically expanding in a certain section.
It means I've grown another neuron because I'm experiencing
a new connection.
Yes.
You've created a new connection.
So we want, growing up as a child, not that routine of exploring the environment, learning from everything, texture, touch, smell, seeing is not disrupted. The moment it is disrupted, it means the brain starts shrinking.
Okay.
Because it's fighting, it shifts from the growth pattern, making connection, it goes in the survival mode. A relationship should not be like, I can't survive without you.
This person.
Then that relationship is not working for you. Let the person, if the person loves you enough, they'll come back to you and they'll be able to meet your needs. But if you're pulling and kicking them to be closer to you, actually they will neglect you, but physically they'll be there.
Right.
Physically they'll be there, but they will never meet your needs.
Meet you, right.
Yes. And you know, with people who have been through trauma, they have got issues with setting boundaries.
Okay.
They don't have boundaries, actually, most of them.
Okay.
That's why they are involved in I had one child who was raped as a child tell me to say, Auntie, when I grow up, I have to sleep with all the men. So it's not about the money, it's about the revenge. So after the trauma, the child wants to finish them. That's what she said.
Yeah.
So now, in looking at it, it sounds funny, but the thing is, that's the thing. Because when she was defiled, no one believed her. So she has grown up with this wound that is covered up. Now she's a teenager. So what does she want? She wants to sleep with every man.
Right.
And she has to have, because of the society setting, she has to have a reason to sleep with them. So she'll tell you she needs money, but that's not what she needs.
What she's trying to get is the act in terms of, in its relation to the defilement.
Yes.
2, 3, 4.